Are you a forward thinker? Then you need an HR and finance platform that thinks like you do. Workday is the AI platform that helps propel your organization, your workforce, and your industry into the future. Workday, moving business forever forward.
Hello and welcome, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you're all having a beautiful day wherever you are. Welcome to the final episode of Season 1 of Spiritually Me with Dulce Candy. It's been an incredible journey, and I cannot thank you enough for tuning in week after week. Today, I'm going to be taking a quick moment to reflect on the remarkable moments that we've shared and just express my gratitude to all of you for your unwavering support. It's definitely been a very enlightening journey, exploring new ideas and just getting to know our incredible guests. So I guess I want to start there. We've had a few guests on the podcast. First, we had Sandra Hinojosa Ludwig, also known as the Manifesting Chica. She also wrote a book called Chica, Why Not? And I just want to thank her so much because she is the first guest of the podcast, and she was also the first person that I ever interviewed. So I was kind of nervous, actually very nervous. But this was kind of like one of those moments all about embracing being afraid of doing something and just going for it, just exploring the courage that you have within you and just doing it, even if it's your first time, and being really comfortable with failure. I'm so happy that Sandra was such an incredible guest, and I just had an incredible time with that conversation. So please make sure you check it out. It's one of the first episodes that we did. I also want to thank my husband, who was also my second guest, and it was definitely a very fun conversation. He's a goofy guy. He's really funny, and we can't wait to do more episodes together. But I cannot forget all of you, all of the amazing listeners. Thank you all so much for your engagement, your feedback, your support, rating the podcast, leaving a comment, supporting the podcast, sharing it with you guys. You guys have honestly been the driving force behind this podcast's success. I didn't really think anybody was going to be tuning in or really listening, but thank you all so much for all the support and for the emails and letting me know how the show has impacted you, how you're enjoying the show, and all that stuff. Honestly, the sense of community that has blossomed around this podcast is just truly remarkable, and I wouldn't be able to do it without you guys. And you really motivate me to continue producing more meaningful content and to keep elevating the show and making it better. You guys are my number one motivation with this podcast. So I just want to say thank you all so much for tuning in. And as we close Season 1, I just want to express my heartfelt gratitude also to my husband, who has been helping me so much. He's been my right-hand partner on this podcast because I've been pretty much running it all by myself. And now the show is definitely expanding and having a lot more support, which is one of the reasons we didn't have a lot of guests this season, is because I had a really hard time balancing out my entire schedule and producing video content. So now that we have a little bit of a break, we are going to focus on more guest interviews. That's where I feel like the conversation and the podcast is going towards. And yeah, I just want to thank my husband because he was the sound engineer. He really helped me navigate this podcast and support me through all of the technical issues and everything else that kind of came along with it. And I also want to thank my manager, Pitar, because he is the one that introduced me to the Spotify team. He sent me an email back in November, and it was an invitation to an event that Spotify was hosting, and it was specifically for creators who were interested in elevating their podcast or launching a podcast. And the end of last year, I wanted to do a podcast, but honestly, because of all the moving parts that were already taking place in my business, I was like, can I do a podcast right now? And because of the support of Spotify and the workshops and the motivation and all of the free resources that they provided for me and other creators who were a part of this program, they really encouraged us to launch the podcast like right now. They gave us a timeline. We're launching this podcast, guys. Hopefully you guys launch it by the end of last year. And so it really motivated me to get the name, to get the podcast, to get everything squared away so we can launch it. So I would not have been able to do the podcast if it wasn't for Spotify and the entire team and Tracy and everybody else. So big shout out to Spotify, guys. It's been an incredible journey with them for sure. So now, as for a little teaser of where season 2 is going to be all about, which is just right around the corner, it's going to be launching in August, guys. So I will see you guys back in August, and the show is definitely going to change names. As some of you guys have seen already, the podcast art is different, but we are doing a photo shoot, so it's going to be the Dulce Candy Podcast. And I wanted to just keep it under my personal brand because I feel like I've been having so many different names for many projects, and I just want to keep it at 2, which is Sweet Soul, my mindfulness company, and then Dulce Candy, which is my personal brand and what a lot of people know me for. So yeah, I'm really excited for season 2. We're going to have a lot of different guests on season 2. If you guys are interested in joining the team, please send me an email at dulcecandyruiz@gmail.com, and you can send me an email if you're interested and you live here in Los Angeles and you want to be a part of the podcast team. But before we dive into season 2, we want to hear from you. I value your input and I want to know what you would like to hear more on the upcoming season. So please share your thoughts, suggestions, and ideas through our website, social media channels, or by leaving a review. Your feedback is going to be shaping the direction of this show for sure. And don't forget to spread the word about the Dulce Candy Podcast. If you enjoyed season 1, we'd be thrilled if you share the podcast with your friends, your families, amigas, comadres, colleagues. Let's continue to grow this incredible community and invite others to be a part of this journey. And as we bring this season to a close, I just want to leave you with a final message. Today, I just want to talk about the importance of having faith, courage, and taking inspired action in your life's journey. I think it's so important to say that you don't have to wait for things to be perfect. You don't have to have the perfect name for your business, to launch your business, to get started. I think that's something that tends to hold a lot of people back. And this podcast is an example of not waiting for things to be perfect or to have all of the skill sets or to even actually suck, at doing something at the very beginning. Things evolve and they grow if you continue to feed them, good or bad. Whatever we give energy to, that's what is going to grow into our life. And I know that life is a journey that has a lot of plot twists. When something doesn't go right and I'm having a conversation with my friend and she's like, oh, the situation changed. I'm just like, it's just a plot twist. It's just a plot twist. There's a lot of turns and a lot of unexpected challenges. And it's easy to get caught up in the self-doubt, the fear, and the uncertainty. But remember, it's in those moments of doubt that our true strength really shines through. Everything that we're learning and we're practicing, it's in those tough moments that our character really shines through. Courage is not the absence of fear. Fear is our friend. Fear lets us know where we need to be going and redirecting our life. It's the biggest message that I want to leave you guys with. Follow your fears. Follow those things that are holding you back. Follow those things that you don't want to do because you're so afraid of failing, of not being good enough for something. I actually posted a quote on Instagram a while ago that said, don't follow your heart, follow your fears. And that's what I've been doing. And I want you guys to do the same. Look at all the things that scare you and go towards them, lean on them, face them head on. It's about acknowledging your fears, your doubts, and your insecurities, and still choosing to move forward despite them. So have faith in yourself and in your ability to overcome any obstacle that comes your way, because you've been doing it all along. So remind yourself how strong and capable you are of doing anything. Believe in your dreams and aspirations. No one else is going to believe them as much as you should believe in them. But as we know, having dreams is not enough, right? It's all about inspired action that transforms dreams into reality. So take the leap of faith and step outside of your comfort zone. Embrace the unknown and trust that the universe has a way of aligning things in your favor when you take the first step. Meditation is such a great way for you to start to develop inspired right action. Even when things are challenging, you'll start to see this is what's right for me, even if I don't understand it, even if I don't know the outcome and I can't see the path ahead, it just feels right. And remember that success is not guaranteed. It's not, right? But regret is. So don't let fear of failure hold you back from pursuing what really sets you on fire. Embrace the lessons of failure. And they're just like little stepping stones, for growth and personal development. You want to be failing. If you're not failing, as a matter of fact, you are not failing enough and constantly. Something is not in alignment for you. You are holding yourself back in a lot of ways. And something that is also so important, ladies, is to surround yourself with like-minded individuals who actually uplift and support you and are happy for you and are excited for your dreams and your ambitions and your goals. Do not surround yourself with people who act like you ain't nothing, who don't support you, who don't show you any love, who act like whatever you do is not nothing new, it's not nothing special. It is special. And you do deserve people who are going to encourage you and love you and be excited for you and support you and be happy for you when things are going well for you and when they're not. Seek mentors, enroll in classes, enroll in programs, learn as much as you can. Look for role models who really inspire you and push your boundaries and believe in your own potential. You need people who believe in your potential also. People who see more beyond what you even see for yourself sometimes is so needed. So as we close out season 1, we encourage you to embrace courage, have unwavering faith, and take inspired action towards your dreams. Remember that the power to create the life that you desire lies within you and nowhere else. It's nowhere outside, it's within you. I cannot wait to embark on season 2. And we're going to explore the depths of the human potential and inspire each other to reach new heights. Until then, go out into the world with courage in your heart, faith in your soul, and a determination to take inspired action. Your journey awaits, and we have no doubt that you will make it extraordinary. Thank you.